No one expected Earth to answer the invitation. For many cycles, the Galactic Council had debated what to do about the growing human presence. Humans were new to interstellar space, yet their expansion was fast. Their colonies spread like sparks across dark regions of the galaxy. Some species feared them. Others laughed at them. Most believed humans were too young, too divided, and too violent to be taken seriously. Still, tradition demanded respect, so the council sent a formal request. Send envoys. Send diplomats. Let us talk. Days passed. No reply came from Earth. Some council members smiled. Others shook their heads. Typical humans, one elder said. They do not understand politics. They are probably fighting among themselves again, another added. The matter was almost closed. Then something appeared. At the far edge of known space, beyond trade routes and sensor buoys, a single object emerged from nothing. No warp flash. No jump signal. One moment, empty space. The next moment, a massive shape. It was large, larger than any ship recorded in Council history. Its surface was black, but not shiny. It looked like moving shadow, as if light itself was afraid to stay on it. No markings. No visible engines. No energy trails. Just silent presence. Long-range scanners activated automatically. They failed. Closer. Scanners activated. They failed too. The object did not match any known material, any known power source, or any known design. A junior sensor officer whispered, "It is a ship." Silence filled the command chamber. A single ship? A counselor asked. Yes, the officer replied. But its mass. It equals several fleets combined. The council ordered all monitoring stations to focus on the object. The ship did not move. It did not rotate. It did not communicate. It simply stayed there. Watching. Some council members began to laugh. Nervously, humans finally built something big, one said. They want to impress us. Another shook their head. Where are the diplomats? Hours passed. Then more hours. Still no message. Still no movement. The ship remained at the border of council-controlled space. Exactly on an invisible line no species had crossed without permission. Senior counselor leaned forward. Send a greeting probe, they ordered. Standard peaceful contact. A small unmanned probe launched from a nearby station. It carried translation systems, greeting symbols, and a harmless data packet. The probe approached the human ship slowly. 10,000 kilometers. 5,000. 1,000. All sensors were locked on the probe. Probe crossed the last distance. And vanished. No explosion. No energy spike. No debris. One moment it existed. The next moment it did not. A wave of fear rippled through the chamber. Malfunction? Someone asked. The sensor officer shook his head. No sign of failure. No radiation. No debris. Another probe was suggested. The senior counselor raised a hand. No. For the first time in many cycles, the Galactic Council did not know what to do. Then a signal appeared. It did not arrive. Through normal channels. It did not use known frequencies. It simply appeared. Inside the Council's communication network. Single block of text. 6 simple words. Do not cross. This Elaine Eno signature. No origin point. No emotion. Just a statement. Some counselors were offended. Is that a threat? One demanded. It sounds like a warning. Another replied quietly. A third laughed. Humans are bluffing. One ship means nothing. The debate grew heated. Old rivalries returned. Pride spoke louder than caution. Finally, the council voted. They would test the human ship. Not with full force, just a small patrol. Show of strength. several light warships from a warrior species were dispatched. Their mission was simple: approach the human vessel and demand identification. The human ship did not react. As the patrol crossed the invisible boundary, alarms began to scream. Unknown energy readings surged. Space around the human ship bent slightly, like heated air. The patrol commander opened a channel. Human vessel, identify yourself. You are violating Council space. No reply. The ships moved closer. Suddenly, every targeting system on the patrol went blind. Navigation failed. Communications turned to static. The human ship remained silent. Then something happened. A faint glow appeared along the dark surface of the massive vessel. Not a weapon blast, not a beam, just a soft pulse of light. The patrol vanished. All ships. Gone. No explosion. No wreckage. No escape pods. Nothing. Only empty space remained. Council chamber fell into absolute silence. Someone whispered, "That was a patrol?" Another voice answered, barely audible, "If that was a warning, what does an attack look like?" Far away, the human warship did not move. It did not chase. It did not threaten. It waited. And for the first time in galactic history, the Council began to understand one terrifying truth. Earth did not send envoys. Something far worse had arrived. The Galactic Council did not sleep. Many species did not even possess a concept of sleep, yet their minds were restless. The images of the vanished patrol repeated again and again inside their memory cores. No debris, no energy storm, no remains. The patrol was simply erased. Some council members wanted to declare immediate peace. Others wanted revenge. Fear and pride fought each other inside the great chamber. "They destroyed council ships," a warrior leader said. "That is an act of war." "They destroyed ships that crossed their line," an elder replied. "After they warned us. They had no right to draw lines in our space." The chamber filled with angry voices. One counselor stood and raised both hands. "We must learn what they are," she said. "We cannot panic." "How?" Someone shouted. "They do not speak." A military commander from a powerful empire leaned forward. "Then we make them speak." His species was famous across the galaxy. They had crushed stars. They had burned worlds. They had never lost a major war. Their fleets were legends. "If humans believe one ship makes them untouchable," the commander said, "we will show them the truth." Many council members felt uneasy, but fear of looking weak was stronger. The vote passed. A strike fleet was assembled. 200 warships, heavy cruisers, battle carriers, planet killers. Enough firepower to destroy a small civilization. The fleet moved toward the human warship. Cameras broadcast the operation live to the council chamber. The massive human ship still did not move. No shields activated. No weapons charged. Just silent darkness. The warrior commander smiled. "Target their hull," he ordered. "Low power. We want them alive." The fleet opened fire. Hundreds of energy beams struck the human ship. Plasma waves crashed against its surface. Missiles exploded. The light was blinding. For several seconds, space looked like a burning sun. Then the smoke cleared. The human ship remained. No damage, no scratches, no visible reaction. Laughter filled the bridge of the warrior flagship. "They cannot even feel it," the commander said. He ordered a second volley, stronger, hotter, deadlier. Again, the human ship did not respond. Then something changed. Space around the human vessel darkened. Not black. Darker than black. Sensors began to scream. Gravity spiked. Time readings became unstable. The human ship slowly rotated. For the first time since its arrival, it moved. A single point on its surface opened. No barrel, no cannon. Just a thin line of pale white light. The commander barely had time to speak. Shields 2. The light flashed. It did not travel like a beam. It simply appeared. Across the center of the enemy formation. Half the fleet vanished. Instantly. No explosion. No shockwave. Ships that had been side by side were suddenly alone. Where allies once flew, there was only empty space. The remaining ships froze. Targeting systems failed. Engines stalled. Power flickered. The warrior commander screamed orders, but his own ship would not respond. The human ship sent a message. It did not use words. It did not use sound. It appeared directly inside every surviving ship's system. We did not come to conquer. We did not come to negotiate. We came to end a war before IT begins. Panic exploded across the fleet. Some ships tried to flee. Some tried to fire. None succeeded. Another pulse of white light. More ships disappeared. The commander watched his fleet die. His legendary armada was being erased like dust. He finally understood. This was not a battle. This was an execution. With the last of his strength, he transmitted one message back to the council. Stop them. We made a mistake. Then his ship vanished. Back in the council chamber, silence ruled. No cheers, no pride. No anger, only fear. The human warship did not chase survivors. It did not pursue retreating signals. It did not move at all. The council replayed the footage again and again. 200 warships, gone. A single human vessel, untouched. One counselor whispered, "They said they came to end a war." Another replied, "Whose war?" A third answered softly, "Ours." For the first time, the Galactic Council realized something terrifying. Humans were not asking for a seat at the table. They were deciding who was allowed to exist at it. Fear spread faster than any fleet. Across the galaxy, trading hubs went silent. Border worlds powered down their beacons. Military forces were recalled. No one wanted to be the next to draw the attention. Of the human warship. The Galactic Council ordered full information. Lockdown. No more attacks. No more tests. Only. Observation. The massive human vessel still waited. At the edge of council space. Silent. Unmoving. Watching. But humans did not stay completely silent. Something small slipped through the data networks. At first, it looked like background noise. Fragments of corrupted code. Broken. Signals. Most systems ignored it. One council data. Analyst did not. She noticed patterns, repeating structures, hidden. Layers. It was not noise. It was a message. A buried transmission. Carefully disguised. She spent many cycles decoding it. What she found shook her. The file did not contain threats. It did not contain demands. It contained history. Human history. The analyst brought the data before the council. "This is not propaganda," she said. "It is a record." The first images appeared. Primitive humans fighting with simple weapons, sticks, blades, fire. Then later images. Guns, bombs, cities burning. Millions dying. The council watched in silence. The record continued. 2 world wars. Entire continents destroyed. Poisoned skies. Dead oceans. Then something worse. A final human war. Not against aliens. Not against machines. Against themselves. Earth burned. Billions died. Human civilization collapsed. The council expected the record to end. It did not. The next images showed survivors. Small groups living in ruins, growing food, building shelters, teaching children. The record showed centuries of slow rebuilding, hard choices, strict laws, global unity. No more nations, no more internal wars. One human leader spoke in an old recording. We almost wiped ourselves out. We will never allow that again. The record shifted forward. Human science exploded. Fusion power, artificial intelligence, genetic repair, space colonies. But something was different. Humans did not focus only on comfort. They focused on control. Control of weapons. Control of aggression. Control of expansion. The analyst paused the recording. Humans learned something we never did, she said. They learned that they are dangerous. The recording continued. A secret human doctrine appeared. Simple and direct. Potential threat plus time equals guaranteed disaster. Humans believed that if a violent power was allowed to grow, it would eventually destroy everything around it, including itself. Their solution was brutal. Prevent large-scale wars before they started. Not through diplomacy alone, not through alliances, but through overwhelming deterrence. The humans built weapons not to win wars, but to make wars pointless. One final segment played. A human scientist spoke. If someone sees us as monsters, that is acceptable. Dead civilizations cannot regret their choices. Living ones can. The council chamber felt cold. One counselor finally spoke. They see us as future threats. Another whispered, we have always fought each other. The truth was uncomfortable. The galaxy was full of rival empires, endless border wars, constant small conflicts. Humans saw what others called normal as unacceptable. To humans, the galaxy looked exactly like early Earth, divided, armed, unstable. The human warship's silence now had meaning. It was not waiting for orders. It was observing behavior, judging. The analyst pointed to the final line of the decoded file. We do not seek dominion, we seek stability. Instability will be removed. The room erupted. Removed means destroyed. One leader shouted. Yes, another answered. And they have shown they can do it. A quiet counselor spoke from the back. Maybe this is our chance. The others turned toward him. Our chance to change, he said. To stop fighting each other. Some laughed bitterly. Others looked thoughtful. Then an emergency alert sounded. New data appeared on every screen. The human warship had shifted position. Not toward the council. Not away. But slightly inward, closer. The council realized something. The humans had finished watching. They had learned enough. And soon they would act. The question was no longer, can we stop the humans? The question had become, can we prove we deserve to survive them? The human warship moved slowly. No engine glow. No exhaust. No shockwave. Yet space itself seemed to bend around it. Every sensor platform in council territory locked onto the massive vessel. Every military force was placed on maximum alert. But no one fired. No one moved. Fear had replaced pride. The ship stopped near an uninhabited star system. A system chosen long ago as a mining graveyard. Dead rocks. No life. No colonies. The council watched in confusion. Why there? One leader asked. No one answered. The human ship began to change. Dark lines appeared along its surface. Not openings. Not weapons. More like patterns waking up. Space around the vessel dimmed. Stars in the background looked stretched. Sensors struggled to process the data. Energy readings climbed beyond known scales. A human message appeared in council networks. No voice, no image. Only text. Observe. The council had no choice. They observed. A distant camera focused on the system's main star. A normal yellow star, stable, calm, nothing special. The human warship aligned itself toward it. No dramatic movement. No countdown. No charging glow. Just alignment. For several long seconds, nothing happened. Then space between the warship and the star darkened. Not black. Empty. Like a hole cut into reality. The darkness expanded, slowly touching the surface of the star. The star did not explode. It did not flare. It did not collapse into a supernova. It simply faded. Light dimmed. Heat vanished. In less than 5 seconds, the star was gone. Not shattered. Not burning. Gone. Where a massive star once existed, there was nothing. Not even radiation. Not even dust. Just empty space. The system's planets drifted silently, cold, lifeless, orphaned. Council members stared at their screens. Some collapsed. Some screamed. Most could not speak. A star had been erased. Not destroyed. Erased. A council scientist finally found his voice. "This violates fundamental laws of physics," he said. Another whispered, "So did erasing 200 warships." The human ship did not move. It did not fire again. The message changed. This is a demonstration, not a threat. Many council members felt sick. If this was not a threat, what was a threat? A new message followed. "We could have removed your home systems. We did not." The meaning was clear. Humans were showing restraint. Terrifying restraint. The council demanded an emergency summit. Every major empire was summoned. Even ancient isolationist species joined. Holographic images filled the chamber. Some leaders begged for immediate peace talks. Others argued for secret weapon programs. A few still believed resistance was possible. A human signal cut through the arguments. For the first time, an image appeared. Not a face. Not a body. A simple symbol. A blue sphere. Earth. Then text appeared beneath it. "We are not your enemy. Chaos is your enemy." Silence followed. The words were simple, but heavy. A quiet counselor spoke. "They do not want our territory." Another answered. "They want our behavior to change." The human ship sent more text. "End large-scale wars. Dismantle extermination weapons. Protect civilian worlds." These were not requests. They were conditions. Some leaders protested. "This is control." Another replied. "So is extinction." The human ship began to drift again. This time, not toward a star. Not toward the council, but toward the central council system. Slowly, calmly, inevitably, panic returned. "Are they coming to destroy us?" A council strategist shook his head. "No. Then why move closer?" The strategist swallowed. "They are coming to see what we choose." Every empire now faced the same truth. Humans were not conquerors. They were not diplomats. They were judges. And the verdict was coming. The human warship entered the outer edge of the council. System.no alarm sounded. No weapons fired. No. Defensive fleets moved. Every military commander knew the truth. Resistance meant erasure. Massive vessel glided past defense platforms like a silent God stations powered down there. Weapons. Cities across thousands of worlds went dark as governments ordered communication. Silence. Fear ruled the galaxy. Inside the Grand Council chamber, leaders gathered, some trembling, some angry, some Exhausted. All powerless. The human ship stopped above the capital. World. It did not block the star. It did not threaten the planet. It simply waited. A new signal arrived. This time, it carried voice. Not many voices. One calm human. Voice. Clear. Emotionless. Double quotes. We did not come to conquer you. The chamber froze. The voice continued. We did not come to rule you. Many leaders exchanged looks. The voice spoke. Again, we came because your pattern matches our past. Images appeared on council screens. Alien wars, planetary bombardments, slave worlds. Genocides. The same horrors humans had shown from their own history. The voice continued. We recognize this path. Silence filled the chamber. The voice lowered slightly. We walked it. It almost ended us. More images appeared. Human cities in ruins, charred continents, starving survivors. Then rebuilding. Unity. Recovery. The voice returned. You still have a choice. Council leader gathered his courage. What choice? The human voice answered immediately. Stability. Text appeared below the images. No. Empire shall seek total dominance. Nitrogen monoxide species shall practice extermination. War. Nitrogen monoxide civilian world shall be targeted. The voice continued. Follow these rules. A pause. If you do, we leave. Shock rippled through the chamber. Another leader shouted. And if we refuse? The human voice did not change. Then instability continues. A second pause. We remove instability. No anger. No threat. Just fact. A long silence followed. Every empire faced a terrible truth. They could keep their pride. Or keep their existence. One by one, leaders began transmitting acceptance codes. Some did it with shaking hands, some with tears, some with silent rage. But they did it. A few refused. Proud warlords, ancient conquerors. The human warship did not react. It did not fire. It did not move. Seconds passed. Then, those refusing empires lost contact. No explosion. Reports. No distress calls. No debris fields. Their communication signal simply stopped. The message was clear. Human voice returned. Compliance acknowledged. Another pause. We will monitor. A council member whispered. For how long? The answer came. As long as necessary. The human warship began to move.